That came at about when I was 28. I was always shy as a youngster, and I started to drink, and I started to smoke pot and take a few drugs. And that just took me into the darkness of life, and I felt that I had nothing to give. And I didn't see a future for myself at all. And when I realised that, I made the change. I decided to change. So I started drinking less alcohol, and I gave up the drugs and started eating good food, getting plenty of rest, and essentially I started to look after myself. And as I cleaned up on the inside, the future looked cleaner and clearer as well. The role the balancing skills play, it's an evolution of what I've been doing. It's no more significant than anything else that I've done. It's just another stage of my life that I've evolved to. After training hard for many, many years, I decided I didn't want to train hard anymore with the heavy weights and the high intensity training. So I started decreasing that a couple of years ago and started to move into the balancing skills. With all the time and effort I've put into it, I didn't feel really confident until about 6 months. I was very shaky and I had to concentrate 100%. Now the concentration is a little bit less intense, but I feel much more confident with what I'm doing. And just when I get comfortable at a level, another idea comes to me. And that was to go to the step ladder and then to add different elements. Like I used to balance on an inflatable disc. And I'd have a bat and a ball and a hula hoop. And these were all ideas that came to me almost out of the blue. I really enjoy the balancing now because it's another level on fitness. It's the concentration that I really like now, the accuracy that I need to balance. Especially with single finger, balancing single finger. I've really got to focus in on the target. Whereas with strength and conditioning, I didn't have to be that accurate. But now it's the concentration and the accuracy that I'm really enjoying. Now I like to perform in the public. At first, it was one of my greatest challenges. When I first started doing it, I sat in my car for 5 minutes before I had the courage to step out. And even now, when I go to perform in the public, I take a deep breath before I get started. It was a natural progression from just training. In training, you can make mistakes and get away with it, but when you're performing, it lifts you to a higher level, where you want to make sure you do everything right. And my big goal is to perform on stage. it's not how good you are, it's how good you want to be. We all have a gift, but it's really important to make that gift as beautiful as possible. And that takes time and effort.